socio-religious reform movements of 19th century. One of the core areas from modern Indian history for our prelims as well as mains examination. When we study socio-religious reform movements of 19th century for our exam, we should know what is the requirement of UPSC from this particular module for prelims and mains. Let us check. Socio-religious reform movements of 19th century. In the prelims examination, UPSC usually asks questions related to various organizations. There are many organizations which initiated the socio-religious reform movements during 19th century. Brahma Samaj, Arya Samaj, Theosophical Society, Prarthana Samaj, Aligarh movement. So there are questions related to various organizations which promoted socio-religious reform movements of 19th century. Personality. Another important area for prelims from this particular module is the personalities, the reformers associated with the socio-religious reform movements. For example, Rajaram Mohan Roy, the contributions of Rajaram Mohan Roy, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Swami Vivekananda, M.G. Ranade, similarly Annie Besant, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. So the personalities, the reformers, very important from prelims point of view. Similarly, the teachings, the basic teachings and ideologies of the organizations and their founders or their leaders. So the teachings are also very important. Sometimes in the prelims examination, there shall be questions like the comparison, the similarities and dissimilarities between the teachings of Arya Samaj or Brahma Samaj, or the similarities and dissimilarities between the teachings of or the ideologies of reformist movements and revivalist movements. So these are the three core areas we should consider for our prelims examination from this module. Various organizations which promoted socio-religious reform movements, major personalities and the important teachings and ideologies of each leader, each movement. From mains point of view, the causes of socio-religious reform movements of 19th century, it's very important. The character of socio-religious reform movements, it's very important. Similarly, the outcome, the basic consequences, the political, cultural, societal consequences, socio-economic, political, cultural consequences of or outcome of these reform movements of 19th century important. So from mains point of view, the causes, the character and the outcome of socio-religious reform movements, it's very important. So always realize the demand of UPSC for the prelims and mains from each respective area, so that we shall prioritize our preparation and we shall prioritize the core areas for our examination. Now, there was a question related to Savitri Bai Phule. Savitri Bai Phule is a current affair personality, or it's a personality who was recently in news, and there are multiple contributions by this Savitri Phule. She was an educator, she was a social reformer from Maharashtra, from Western India, and she was a pioneer in the field of women empowerment, women education. In fact, she started the girls' school in Maharashtra or in Western India for the first time. It was in 1848. So in such a way, she is a pioneer reformer in the field of promotion of education among or education for girl children, for women. In 1848, she started girls' school for promotion of women education, girls' education. She was a pioneer of this Marathi poetry. She is a great poet and she was even recognized by the colonial government, British colonial government. And she was the wife of Jyotiba Rao Phule. Jyotiba Rao Phule, he was a great reformer who struggled hard for the upliftment of the lower classes, downtrodden sections, through his organization called Satya Shodhak Samaj. Satya Shodhak Samaj was an organization which fought for the upliftment of the lower sections, especially the untouchables in Maharashtra or Western India. That is, Satya Shodhak Samaj was founded in 1873, and both Jyotiba Jyotiba Rao Phule and his wife Savitribai Phule were active members of this organization. And also she founded this Mahila Seva Mandal in 1852. This is for the promotion of, or for the rehabilitation of, or for the for providing shelter and for providing vocational training and education to these widows or these orphans and these vulnerable sections, especially women segment. So this is a point, or these are some contributions of Savitribai Phule. Now let us see how the question is asked from this particular topic. With reference to the contributions of Savitribai Phule, consider the following statements. She was a pioneer in modern Marathi poetry. She started Mahila Seva Mandal in 1852. She was elected as the first women member of INC. She campaigned against untouchability. Whatever we discussed right now, that is more than sufficient to answer this question. She was a pioneer in modern Marathi poetry. That is a clear crystal idea. Of course, that is a true statement. Now, you can apply the elimination technique. In the choices, wherever A is absent, you can eliminate those choices. So, here choice A is having 1, choice B is having 1, choice D is also having 1, but choice C does not have 1. So, we will eliminate C. Second statement, she started Mahila Seva Mandal in 1852. That is a correct statement. And here we will again apply the elimination technique. Here the statement which does not have 2, we will eliminate it. And here we shall see that all the choices except A is having 2. So here the choice without 2 is A. That is why we will eliminate A also. Now, she was elected as the first women member of INC. We know that it is our logical knowledge that she was not the first women president of Indian National Congress, and third statement is wrong statement, we know. And of course, we will eliminate the choice which is having 3. 3 is a wrong statement, and here D choice is having 3, it is wrong. So we will eliminate it, and we came to the answer conclusion that Bombay is the correct answer. 1, 2 and 4 is the correct answer. Without knowing 4, we came to the exact conclusion. In fact, the fourth statement is also correct. She campaigned against untouchability. That is correct, because in association with her husband, together they fought for the eradication of untouchability in Western India, in Maharashtra, through their organization called Satya Shodhak Samaj. So our answer is Bombay. Now there is a question related to Theosophical Society. There is a question related to Theosophical Society. Theosophical Society, keep in mind, it was founded in 1875. 1875 Theosophical Society was founded, and the founders are H.S. Olcott, H.P. Blavatsky. These two members, these two foreigners founded Theosophical Society. It was in 1875, it was in US. Now, in 1886, they shifted. 1886, they shifted Theosophical Society's headquarters from US to Adayar, which is in Madras Presidency, or it is near to Madras. And these Theosophical Society, the basic objectives of Theosophical Society was to study the ancient religion, to study the ancient religion, to study these ancient literature, to study these ancient philosophies. In fact, in order to explore, in order to rediscover the rich, glorious cultural past of India, this Theosophical Society was founded in order to study these Eastern culture, philosophies, literature, their contributions about mysticism, etc. In order to study them, this Theosophical Society was founded. Also, another important objective was universal brotherhood. So, always keep in mind these organizations and their basic intentions, basic objectives, their teachings, their ideologies, ideologies of the leaders related to each organization. So, these are some important areas on which or from where UPSC frame questions or UPSC ask questions for our prelims examination. So, here the basic intentions are to study, to explore ancient Indian religion, ancient Indian religious textbooks, philosophies and different schools of ancient Indian literature, and like in order to explore the unexplained laws of nature and to spread the universal brotherhood. So, for these purposes Theosophical Society was founded. Later in 1893 it was under leadership of Annie Besant. She was a member of Fabianism, Fabian Club, and she was an active socialist in England, and she came India in 1893. It was after arrival of Annie Besant, or it was under leadership of Annie Besant, Theosophical movement or Theosophical Society, it achieved its momentum under leadership of Annie Besant. But always keep in mind, Annie Besant is not the founder. In fact, she was the active member of Theosophical Society. Also, it believed in transmigration of soul. Theosophical Society believed in transmigration of soul. Now you can answer this question. Which of the following statements about Theosophical Society is or are correct? It was founded at Adayar near Madras in 1886. That statement is, it is a wrong statement, because we know that it was not founded at Adayar. It was founded in US. It was in 1875, and in the year 1886 it was shifted. I mean, headquarters of Theosophical Society shifted to Madras. So, the first statement is logically incorrect. So, here in the choices we will eliminate A, because A is having 1. So, we will eliminate A. Second statement is Annie Besant was co-founder of the society. In fact, she is not the founder of the society. The founders are H.S. Olcott and H.P. Blavatsky. So, she is not the co-founder. We will eliminate that choice also. That means choice B, it is having 2. So, we will, since 2 is wrong, we will eliminate Bombay. Now, the answers are, now the choices left are C and D. Please check the third statement. It promoted the study of Buddha's teachings and doctrines. Buddha's teachings and doctrines. Of course, it is a correct statement, because one of the basic intention, objectives of Theosophical Society to look into, to explore, to study these ancient Indian religion, their literature, philosophies and their teachings. Of course, it promoted the study of Buddhism, Buddhist literature, Buddhist philosophies, Buddhist teachings. So, that is a correct statement. And so, we know that 3 only is correct here, 3 only, C is correct. And let us check the fourth statement also. It stimulated Rajaram Mohan Roy to form Brahma Samaj. It is wrong. It is wrong, because Brahma Samaj was already founded in 1828. Theosophical Society was founded in 1875. So, there is a huge gap. It is after Brahma Samaj Theosophical Society was founded. So, if we say it stimulated Rajaram Mohan Roy to form Brahma Samaj, it is incorrect statement. So, our answer is 3 only, C is our answer. Now, check the question related to Pandita Ramabhai. So, have an idea about Pandita Ramabhai. Pandita Ramabai, she was a women reformer. She was an educator and she was a social worker from Maharashtra, and she stood for women emancipation. She stood for women emancipation, women empowerment, women education, and she started Arya Mahila Samaj. She started Arya Mahila Samaj. She started Arya Mahila Samaj. It was in 1881. Similarly, she started Mukti Mission 1889. Mukti Mission she started in 1889. And Shraddha Sadan, another important organization, Shraddha Sadan. So, basic intentions of this organization is, it is to provide rehabilitation. This is to provide rehabilitation to these orphans, young widows and these vulnerable, or this like helpless women. Helpless women orphans, young widows, in order to provide them rehabilitation, in order to provide them housing, in order to provide them vocational training, in order to provide them education. These organizations were founded by Pandita Ramabai. She is from Maharashtra and she is a great reformer who stood for women emancipation, women education, and Mukti Mission, Shraddha Sadan, Arya Mahila Samaj. These are the important organizations associated with the name of Pandita Ramabai. So now we can answer this question. Pandita Ramabai was associated with the Mukti Mission, Shraddha Sadan, Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, the age of consent bill. So here we know that first statement is correct, Mukti Mission is correct. So we will eliminate C and D, because C and D choices do not have statement 1. Shraddha Sadan is also correct. Shraddha Sadan is also correct. So our choices will be A and B. C and D already eliminated because the right statement Mukti Mission is not present there. So C and D eliminated. Now in choice A and B, 1 and 2 are there. Now we have to check whether fourth statement is correct or not. The age of consent bill. Actually, Pandita Ramabai has no association with the controversy related to age of consent bill. So we shall eliminate option Bombay. Option Bombay is eliminated. Our answer will be 1 and 2 only. And even the case of Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, M.G. Ranade has a direct association with the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, but here Pandita Ramabai has no association with the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. So our answer is 1 and 2 only. Now check a question related to M.G. Ranade. So before we discuss the question, have an idea about M.G. Ranade. M.G. Ranade, one of the greatest reformer. He is a great reformer come freedom fighter. Reformer come freedom fighter. He is from 1842 to 1901 and his biggest association is with the Prarthana Samaj. This is one of the offshoot of Brahma Samaj, and Prarthana Samaj also stood for abolition of untouchability or abolition of rigid caste system, abolition of all such superstitious beliefs and all such social evils. It stood for widow remarriage, women emancipation, abolition of child marriage, women education, etc. So Prarthana Samaj, he has an association with the Prarthana Samaj. He was an active member of Prarthana Samaj and he is the founder of Widow Remarriage Association, and also he is a co-founder of Deccan Education Society. Again he has an association with the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. Pune Sarvajanik Sabha is an intermediary platform between Indians and British Parliament. It's basically founded in order to express the grievances of Indians in front of the British Parliament. So it is an intermediary public platform, or it is an intermediary platform on which Indians can express their social, political grievances in front of the British Parliament. So this is Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. M.G. Ranade is related to that. Now you can check the question. Mahadev Govind Ranade is associated with the Prarthana Samaj. Of course, that is correct, we know. So just to go for the choices, A is having 1, B is having 1, but C and D does not have 1. So we will eliminate C and D. Now check the second statement, Independent Labour Party. Actually we know that Independent Labour Party is formed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was again a great leader of lower caste upliftment in Maharashtra, or he was a great leader of this Mahar movement from Maharashtra, and he founded this Independent Labour Party. So that statement is wrong. So now you could see that the only remaining choices are A and B, and in A 2 is there, which is incorrect. We know that 2 is incorrect, so we will eliminate A also, and our final answer will be Bombay. Even without knowing 3 and 4, we came to a conclusion that Bombay is the correct answer. In fact, Scheduled Caste Federation, People's Education Society, also founded by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, not related to this Mahadev Govind Ranade. So he is related to Prarthana Samaj in the given options here. So Bombay is the answer.